and welcome to Amy Hart's Mums Club, a podcast where I journey through the ups and downs of parenting alongside a gaggle of fabulous guests. And that's not all. This podcast is for you. Along the way, me and my guests will be giving our tips, tricks, and advice to help you along your parenting journey too. Don't forget to check out our social media at Amy Hart's Mums Club on Instagram and TikTok. And I am Amy Hart XO on Instagram and Amy Hart on TikTok. Now, my guest today, I love her. She is amazing. She started on Gogglebox, and from there, she's been the queen of the jungle. She's been a roving reporter for Ant and Dec. She's done so much. She's also mum to 2-year-old Jude. Please welcome Scarlett Moffatt.
Hello, thank you for that
Hello.
introduction. That was really kind.
I made it out myself. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good. I've just celebrated my 35th birthday, so I feel wise.
I love that.
in my
And also,
old age.
your last one as a miss, you're planning your wedding. Now,
Yeah.
I am obsessed with, always have been obsessed with weddings, and now mine has been and gone. I need to live vicariously through you. How is the planning going?
Right. So we didn't know we needed a registrar for a start. So we booked the date, and then the planner was like, "What time is your wedding?" And we were like, "Oh, we don't know. Maybe it's like 1:30 or something, 2 o'clock." And they were like, "Well, what time's your registrar booked?" And we were like, "What? What do you mean?"
So,
So then
so you can't get
we
married
went
at
and
the venue?
places. No, no.
Okay, so you
We
need to
don't
get
know what
married
we're
somewhere
gonna
else
do.
before.
Yeah, I am quite I'm a Christian, so I was like, do we actually get married in a church? Like maybe this is a sign that we should get married in a church, or do we have like a little wedding before the main wedding? We don't know yet. It's happening very soon.
Yeah,
We haven't really, yeah, we're very laid back, me and Scott.
yeah. Meanwhile, I booked my venue before I was engaged. But
Did you actually?
yeah, because I was pregnant and we knew we wouldn't get back out to Spain, and then all the venues would be gone. So we went looking, and we knew we were going to get married because I was pregnant. But what we did, because you can't get legally married in Spain unless you're Catholic, um, so we had our legal wedding in a church at home with just our immediate family, and
Yeah,
then had like a celebrant do basically a pretend wedding, like an EastEnders wedding.
yeah.
We had and we did a wine ceremony. So she like poured a glass of wine and talked about all the qualities of wine, and we both
What, you can
like
do
took a
that?
sip. Yeah, it was like on the
Oh,
list. It was like, do you want
oh,
all
this
this?
is it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know this was a thing. So now I feel like this has opened a new door.
I know. You got to do all of it. Ask yourself. But I think you should get married in the church before, because like you say, you're a Christian.
Yeah.
And it'll be and then you get 2 parties, 2 dresses as well. And then have a celebrant on the day, and you can do something fun like the wine ceremony.
Yeah, this sounds good. We should at some point sit down and plan it
Yeah.
stuff, but I just we
Life's busy.
do you know what? It's not even that. Like obviously we are busy, but it's just we do other stuff. And then it'll get on a night, and then we'll be like, should we plan the wedding? Yeah, but Traitors is on. Right, we'll start planning it after we've watched Traitors. And then it's too late.
Yeah. It took us about, I'd say probably 4, 5 months to actually sit and look through our wedding photos.
Really?
And our photographer was like, do you know they're there? And we're like, yeah, we know they're there. We just haven't both been in at the same time with like enough, like a chunk of time to sit and look through our wedding photos. And I think because we'd had like quite a substantial sneak peek the day after, we felt like they were going to be the best ones. We'd already seen them, but then we sat and actually went through them all. We're like, oh, these are really nice. We still haven't watched our full wedding video, so it's like an hour, and it's like, I think it's like 2.5 hours long. Like,
You need to do it on your anniversary.
yeah, that's already been.
Really?
No, we
it's
did.
not
Yeah,
easy. Okay.
again, I've watched the 7-minute version. I was there.
You
Do
were
you know what I
there.
mean?
You
So I do
felt
need to
it.
sit. I do need to sit and watch that though. But how is Jude? He's
Oh,
very close in age to Stanley, so
yeah. Yeah,
it's such a lovely age.
similar. Yeah, they're very similar age. Yeah, he's a little cracker box, honestly. He's so funny. He's just he just keeps us entertained every day. And like every
I always used to think
day.
people were lying when they said like, "Oh, my child makes me laugh every day." I used to be like, "Do they? Do they actually?" And now I'm like, "Oh no, okay, no."
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest, the first year it was nice, but it's a bit boring, isn't it?
When people say to me like, "How could you leave your baby when he was so little to go to work?" And I'm like, quite easily because all he did was sleep. Now, really hard to leave for work because it's really fun.
They're like 2 hours at that age, aren't they? They just
Yeah,
sleep like 16 hours a day, and you're
yeah,
like, "Do something, do
yeah,
something." Yeah, but I think now he's, like, developing his own little personality, and he's so empathetic. I think that's the thing that I never realized he would be so little. Like, he has such a care for even inanimate objects, really. Like, we were playing, he loves cars, and he was playing with Lightning McQueen and Tormator, and Tormator fell off the slide that he was putting down, and he went, "Oh no, Tormator, it's gonna be okay." And then he went and got his tools, and he was like pretending to fix him, and he went, "All better." And he went, "Good job, Jude, you fixed Tormator." And I was like, we're raising an empathetic kid, because I do think, without being dark, like, you do, all you care about is that your kid's happy and kind, and doesn't sort of turn into a Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, you just don't want a Netflix
yeah.
documentary made
No,
after your
you
kid.
don't want to be interviewed. Don't look at the camera, look behind you. Um, it's like yesterday I took Stanley on like a Zog trail and it
Oh,
had all questions. And Stanley is quite an entertainer. Like, he he'll do everything for the people that are watching. Like swimming, let's jump off the mat. He always has one like comedy jump first,
yeah.
like just to check everyone's watching.
Yeah, but these
And
children have us as mums. You
I
can't
know, yeah,
expect anything else.
exactly, exactly. And one of the questions was like, "What is your best dragon quality?" And it was like, "I am kind, I am brave." No, it's, "I am brave, I am funny, I am clever, or I am kind." So I thought he was going to say, "I am funny," and he was like, "I am kind," and I was like, "Oh, that's really nice." I mean, I think you're really funny, but but obviously it's very important to be kind
So
too.
cute. Yeah, it's so cute though.
But
Like, I just think that means we're doing a good job.
yeah, it was funny yesterday because obviously me being me, I said to one of my friends about um like when he goes to school I don't want them to try and like get that out of him because I was very much like him and the teacher used to be like, "Oh, it's always you, isn't it? It's always you." I said, "I just don't want him to be," I went, like the class clown. I was like, "No, I do want him to be the class clown. Like I want him to be the class entertainer and I want them
Yeah.
to let him do that." And she's like, "But he'll get labeled disruptive." I was like, "Exactly, I need to find a school that's not going to say he's disruptive. They're going to say that he's funny."
I feel like we've lived the same life. Like, did all your school reports say like easily distracted?
Easy distracted, very bright, but more interested in what happened in EastEnders last night.
Yeah, we've
I'm
got
in
the same.
33 now.
Yeah.
Still the
And
same.
like,
Still the same.
you're a musical theatre fan as well. I know you are, and we are.
Yeah.
So now when we go in the car, Jude has very specific music taste. So he loves Hit the Road Jack, bit of Ray
Nice.
Charles. He loves like 60s music. He loves Boney M, but he'll love like Wicked.
Fuck
So
yeah.
he'll say Gravity song, ma'am, Gravity, and I'm like, we can listen to Defying Gravity all day, every day, son. That is not a bother.
Stanley's favourite film alone is Mary Poppins. And he goes, "Over the rooftop, step in time." And I'm like, yes, I have done well.
Yeah, you have, you are. It makes me so
We
happy.
need to get them together in London. Um, but one thing I want to talk about, how do you juggle it all? Because you're so busy, but you're also such a present mum to Jude. How do you juggle it all?
Well, because Jude doesn't actually go to nursery either, which wasn't really like a conscious decision. It's just worked out that way, that I think what maybe me and Scott have, which I've starting to feel, really, the more people I speak to, I realise how fortunate we are, is very hands-on grandparents.
Mhm.
I didn't realise, like, I don't know if it's like a northern thing, but like we're all a bit like that up here. It takes a village and we all sort of chip in and stuff. And I only live 10 minutes away from all my family members. So like if my mum and dad don't have Jude, like if Scott doesn't because he's at work and I'm working, then it's my mum and dad, or Scott's mum and dad are wonderful, or my nan and pappy,
Yeah.
or my auntie
So sweet.
Kirsty and Uncle Mark. And it's like, so he has those set people in his life that he goes to. And yeah, like I think that's why. Like, I'm not doing it all on my own at all. It's
No.
everybody else that is doing it. And that, so I can't really take credit.
No, I have the same setup, even like my Auntie Jane, same as Auntie Kirsty. But it is so lovely to see like the people that you love your little ones so much as well. But when one of my friends got pregnant and they lived like 2 hours from one set of parents and 2 hours from the other set, so I was like, "Oh, you're gonna move house?" And they were like, no. And I was like, what are you going to do like for childcare? And they were like, oh, like, well, we'll just find other childcare. I was like, oh, okay. Because I was brought up by my, like, both sets of my grandparents, and my Auntie Jane, who looks after Stanley, also looked after us.
Yes,
Like, it was always sort of like, I was like patching. I'm like, right, I've got 2 hours that I need here. Who can do the 2 hours? And then it
yeah.
can take over there.
It's really true. Like even now, our Jude, I was like, his granddad came and picked him up and they're going for a walk around the park. And I was like, he'll have a lovely time. Like he'll
Mm,
not even, do you know what I mean? And no, I do feel really fortunate that we have people like that. I can't imagine not. Like it
I
must be,
know.
it must be so hard. And I think like now, because lots of my friends' kids are a lot older, so a lot of my friends had their kids young, and some of them have like even left school and stuff. And I've got a couple of friends who were like single mums, and now I'm like, oh my God, you are like superhuman. Like, I
Hmm.
don't now I've experienced being a mum. I'm like, how did you do this? And like one of them went to work as well. And I was like, I don't understand how
No,
you did that, but well done you, because that's amazing.
I know. I went on holiday on my own last week with Stanley, and it was a lot. Oh my God, I was like, "Thanks, Daddy."
Okay.
Like,
I took hers
I
on
had
a
my
couple of
friend,
holidays.
with me the first week, but she also had her little girl, and then my mum and
Right.
dad came out. But obviously, Stanley wants me. He sleeps in my room. Like, so as much as my mum and dad will help, like it is still without Sam there. Like, you know, but it was good. It was good. Mum and dad were very helpful. But
Oh, nice.
there
I
is
took I
some
took Jude on holiday on my own to Portugal.
just you two.
Yeah, just us two.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm not sure I'm ready for that yet. Maybe I will be. I don't know. It'll be fun.
You know
I
what? He
do
was
love,
only
yeah.
it just turned 1. No, it was just before his first birthday that I took him. What
That's
was wrong
amazing.
with this? Why would I do that to myself?
Not even old enough for kids club yet. Why
I
are you
know,
doing
what am
that?
I
Like,
doing? I don't know.
now there is so much pressure to be perfect as a mum, and you're working with MAM, the best bottles ever, um, to work on this campaign. Tell me about it.
Oh, they are the best bottles. I love them as
When
well.
I see someone else use them, it's like a cult, isn't it? I'm like,
Yeah, it is like fan
you
club.
know.
You know what? That's so funny because when I did the shoot with them, we did like this lovely sort of it was like Stepford Wives inspired, where I was trying to look prim and proper, but in the background there was just pure chaos. And obviously there was lots of man products there. And I kept going, oh, Jude would really like that bottle. Jude would really. And they were like, do you want to take some? And I was like, oh, if you don't mind. It's like, thank you, that's too kind. But yeah, it's like the campaign is as they grow, so do you. Because I think often when we talk about babies, we talk about them growing, but we don't ever talk about how we change as parents. And it was just to remind parents that there's no perfect way to do it. We're all learning and growing together. And like, I think it was something like they did some research. It was something like 75% of parents uh, pretend that, well, admit to pretending that parenting is easier than it actually is. And I would agree. I think sometimes, especially, you can get swept up in social media. And even I, the other week, was pumpkin painting with our Jude, and I went to do a little video, and there was like loads of stuff in the background, like toy cars and stuff. So then I thought, oh, I'll do it from the other angle. And I was like, Scarlett, of course there's going to be cars. Like, why? It's like that changing that mentality of going, it's fine, like nothing, it doesn't have to be perfect. Like, do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's just to remind people, because I think there's lots of influencers that I follow that are amazing, but like sometimes I do start thinking, am I crap because I don't make my jam from scratch because we just
Yeah.
buy jam. And then I'm like, do you know what I mean? And I feel like, oh, I know you've got to try and like limit the sugar, but like I don't have time to make, I don't know where in the time tree I will put jam making.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Where
mean?
can I used to, when I made all Stanley's baby food, just because I was working so much that I was like, this is my love letter to him. I used to then block out whole Saturdays, and Sam would be like, it's lovely that you make all the food, but we don't see you for a whole Saturday.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? It's really hard to, and again, like as they grow, so do you. Like the things that I think I really emphasized on in the beginning with Jude is not the things that I worry about now. Like, I almost wish I could go back and say to myself, like, just chill out. It's gonna be
Mm.
absolutely fine. It's all gonna be okay.
That was quite chill, but from more of like a lazy point of view, like I can't be bothered to get stressed about things. So I'm just like, okay, like
I
I'm
think you
sure
do
it'll be
need
fine
you
as
do
long as we
need a
make it
yin
through
and
the
yang.
day. Yeah.
You need a yin and yang though. Scott's the same. Scott's very chill. I'm probably the one that's a bit more highly strung.
Mm. See, my husband is he's safety Sam. He should wear a high vis jacket while parenting.
Oh, okay.
Because he's like, babe, you can't do that. Babe, you can't do that. And I'm like, he'll be fine. Don't worry about it. But also, obviously, we had our babies around the same time. Um, do did you feel pressure to like bounce back, bounce back?
No, should I have? Because sometimes I get asked this and I think, should I have? Like, but honestly, for me, because I had Jude 5 weeks premature, so that was a shock. I was like, oh, hello. Hi, friend. Um, and he ended up in NICU for a little bit, and he had then we brought him home, ended up back in hospital again. So it wasn't like the stereotypical, yay, we're home and we get to,
Mm,
So I think when that happens, maybe you go into a little bit of high vis wearing sort of health and safety, like,
mm,
and all my focus was just on Jude. I think I probably was a little bit harsh on myself, to be fair. I was recovering from a C-section. I think I maybe should have give myself a little bit more grace and time. But I was just so focused on Jude. Like, I even remember about an hour after sort of coming round and being like, "Where's Jude?" And they said, "Oh, he's in NICU," and I was like, "Okay, can you" I couldn't walk. So they were like,
mm.
"We'll wheel you to him." And I remember getting wheeled in and Scott went, "You just looked grey." He went, "What are you doing here?" I was like, "I've just come to see Jude." And he was like, "Go to bed, woman. What are you doing? Like, he's gonna be here forever. Like, please go to bed." But no, I think for me, I was just so amazed at my body because it took a long time to get Jude as well. It took us 3 years to actually have him. And
Mm.
the day we found out we were pregnant, actually, the day after we were going to a fertility clinic. So it was all very magical. So I think I was just amazed that my body had created this human being that is
Yeah,
now my son. So I sort of seen my body in a bit of a different light. For once, I wasn't bashing it and I wasn't looking at it going, oh, I was just like, wow, thank you for creating
yeah,
this for me. But I can see why it's easy for people. And you know what? Kudos to people who can. I
yeah.
think it's
That was
amazing.
me. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think
People
it's amazing those people that go, I'm going to get back on it as soon as I can because health's important. But I think for me, it just wasn't at the top of my priority list.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually put on more weight after I had Stanley than I did in pregnancy because when my appetite came back and when people had stopped bringing round healthy home cooked meals, basically lived on takeaways for the whole summer
Yeah.
and obviously hadn't been drinking wine for 9 months. So it was like, come on the wine.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, I actually put on more weight after having him. But again, I was like, well, I've just had a baby,
yeah,
a baby.
exactly.
So like,
And also, at what point can we say, oh, it's baby weight? Like, I think until you
exactly.
start school, I can say,
Mm,
oh, it's like a mum tummy. Like,
yeah,
oh, I've just given
exactly.
birth.
They could just give birth. How old are they? 2 What months?
Yeah,
No, no,
what?
years. Uh, oh, now I just want to talk about something quickly because I'm obsessed. Pilgrimage. Was it the best thing ever? Because it's like literally my dream show to do.
Oh, Amy, you need to do it. You need to do it. It will change. It actually will change your life. That sounds very dramatic and very, and it's not very often I say that a show changes your life, but it does. Like for me, I went on that because every time I'd get a form to fill out, these forms you get, and it's like occupation, never know what to say. It's like, what do I put? And religion, like, I'm like, "What am I what?" And I'm like, am I a Christian? I don't go to church, like, but I believe in God." And so I was like, "This is the perfect opportunity to figure out what I can fill out on a form." That's honestly my mentality going in, and it just was so it also, like, was really amazing because I got to learn about, like, different religions and different cultures and things that I didn't know at all, and how similar everyone is actually. That is what I got from that. And ultimately we all just are looking for like acceptance and happiness and a way to sort of like feel like we belong. I think that's what I got from it. And yeah, I then was I now every third Sunday I take our Jude, we go to like family service at our
Oh,
local church, and we get tambourines out. It's the best.
yeah. I love that. I love that so much. Now quickly, you're doing panto this Christmas, aren't you? I loved doing panto when I did it. But how do you juggle that with Jude?
So actually, me and Scott have just had a really serious chat about going forward with, because next year, because I've sort of just started getting back into work, I was like, I don't want to do it half-hearted. I want to like go in, but also my main priority is Jude. So I was like, I don't know how we're gonna find the balance of me being in London all the time. I'm doing panto in Cheshire. Also, I'm the spirit of the ring. Have you ever heard anything more camping in your life? I'm
And
so
yeah, I
excited.
also got asked to be Spirit of the Ring this year.
Spirit of the ring. It's the best.
Spirit,
Spirit of the ring.
yeah.
So that's in Cheshire. So I was like, how do I like how so Scott is going to take a bit of a career break. So he's really lucky that when you're in the place you can take a career break. So he's going to do that, and then then him and Scott Jude can come down for us, because I think that's the thing. It's I don't think you can have it all. I know that's really controversial, and I know it's not what
No, you
people
can't.
want to hear. You can I've tried. It's impossible. One thing has to give or take. Unless I physically have Jude on a sling whilst
Yes.
I'm at work, I don't know how I can give him all the time that he needs and also do something for me and also
Hmm.
go like it's impossible. So I said to Scott, obviously the first 2 years I have just been at home with Jude. And I was like, it would be nice if you then gave up a couple of years and
Yeah.
started school, teamwork and all that. So that's what we're doing. But yeah, I'm really excited.
Amazing.
Panto for me is not a job. Like, I know
Yeah, it's
I
joy.
I love it. I love being on
I love it so
stage.
much.
I love singing and dancing. Like, how often as an adult do you get to dress as fairies or princesses or
Exactly.
spirit of the rings? Do you know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Oh, I love it so much. It was literally the best time. But full on,
Are
people
you
don't
this
people.
year?
No, I'm not this year. I did it a couple of years ago, but
Okay.
I just can't because unless I did the one like in where I live, I just don't think it would work with Sam and Stanley and everything. Maybe when he's older,
Yeah.
but I just loved it so much. And also like because I had such a good time last time, like maybe that was just my one go at it. But
No, I
yeah,
think
who
honestly,
knows?
you are born for the stage, Amy.
She's very dramatic, Jay. Now before I let you go, I have to talk about obviously I've seen some rumors. I've seen some rumors that you went on a little extended holiday to South Africa this summer to film I'm a Celebrity All Stars. Now, obviously, I know you can neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah.
Um, but what is it like being in the jungle?
So
Either
when
in South Africa or Australia. Who knows?
Yeah,
Who knows
when
what country
when
we're
I was
talking about?
in 2016,
Yeah.
all those years ago, it's just honestly, it's amazing. If you ever get the opportunity, Amy, grab it with both hands, because it's so hard, but it's so joyful. Like you like bond with everyone, and you just learn things about yourself. Like I felt so strong after doing that. You realize like everything's mind over matter, and that you're popping kangaroo balls and all sorts in your mouth.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're like, nothing else ever feels more difficult. I think maybe that's why I'm quite chill on shoots or like presenting and stuff, because I just think nothing is as hard as that. Do you know what I
I've
mean?
now got visions of you and Larry Lamb in the canoe.
Oh, I loved Larry. And we still all speak. That's the thing.
Oh,
It was so long ago, and we still all have a group WhatsApp. That's still active. We still all chat. And, even though we don't get to see each other very often, we sort of like cheering on from the sidelines. And I think that's really lovely.
that's amazing. Well, thank you so much for coming on today. So you're in Panto, in Northwich, in Cheshire, Spirit of the Ring and Aladdin.
Yeah, spirit of
Um,
the ring.
and you're working with MAM on this amazing campaign about
Yeah.
not to pursue perfection. Well, thanks so much for joining me, and I'll be back next week with another fabulous guest. Until then, don't forget to check out our social media at Amy Hart's Mums Club on Instagram and TikTok, and I will see you next time.